Happy Hanukkah, everybody. Merry Christmas to those that are getting ready to celebrate Christmas next weekend.
Oh, no. Chaos, mayhem, and pandemonium. Look at, she's trying to eat the bag.
Yeah, she will. She'll carry it off too, but she chews it up. She'll chew up a bag of hard cat food. So I have to dump the cat food in a plastic tub. Feeding frenzy. Shark Fest.
I know, right? It's like Shark Week.
So one eats plastic and the other one eats fire. What does he eat that he should not?
They're just scurrying a little. They enjoy their cat treats now. It's funny because when I first brought them home, their teeth were too little. They didn't really care for cat treats. Now they're like, we know the sound of the tin when she's opening the tin.
Oh. So we are going on what? Is this the third or fourth year with the Christmas tree up, Jenny?
I think it's the fourth because 2018 I had it up, but I took it down. 2019 when I put it up, I didn't take it down. So 2020, 2021, this is the fourth year.
4 years running for the Christmas tree.
The lights are starting to go on it. It's like, because they only burn for about 10,000 hours. Well, I've exceeded that.
4 years. Well, now you know to keep buying that brand because you've had it for 4 years now and it hasn't died.
So, announcements. We will be live on Christmas night on Becca's channel. January 2nd, Sacred Sounds of Coffee will be on Jody Roberts' channel, and she'll be solo because I'll be at the dentist. So that'll be a solo Sacred Sounds of Coffee with Jody. Y'all go support her on January 2nd. Tell her Happy New Year for me. Noon on Christmas Day, I'll be live with Autumn from Black and Orange Tarot, and then we'll be on Becca's channel that night. Y'all got anything going on?
Life.
Same here. I still don't know what we're going to do for Christmas dinner. I just realized that yesterday when Peanut and I were driving. I was like, oh, what are we having Christmas dinner? I was like,
You'll be live Christmas night. So.
Yeah, but it's like, just Christmas Eve, his mom's coming over, my mother-in-law. And then Christmas Day during the day, I was going to go spend it with my mom. And, but it's like, I don't know. I'm fine with takeout. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care. I don't care. So we'll see.
There's always a Chinese restaurant open somewhere.
Yeah. Or if not, grilled cheese sandwiches and tomato soup. I'm fine. I'm fine. I don't care. So
I have a tradition of doing lasagna on Christmas Day.
We had we went to the families yesterday and we had spaghetti and meatballs, garlic bread and salad. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm just like, it's just going to be Peanut, me and my brother-in-law on Christmas Day at home. So it's like, I don't need to go all out and go crazy and make this huge feast for 3 people. Like,
okay, Chaos got an ornament off the tree. Hang
on. No.
And she's bumping my table around and messing with my computer wires. And yeah, she's taking the hook off it, so I can't even rehang it. Oh, wait, no, it doesn't have a hook. Hello. Find an empty branch somewhere up higher where she won't get it. They are getting into everything now. Everything. Get
Chaos,
kittens.
Chaos, mayhem, and pandemonium.
Get kittens. You'll love it.
I said get 3.
Yeah, don't get just 1 or 2. No, get all 3 of them, Jen.
But it's nice because they were brother and sister, so now they get to stay together.
they're so cute because they puddle together, they sleep together, they get in the bathtub, all three of them playing together, and they try to puddle with Lucy sometimes. Sometimes she'll let them as long as they don't lay on her too much, but she's enjoying them. She's always messing with Skewy, especially.
Oh boy.
Do they do it more when I'm online? I think they know when the camera's going. I do think they know, like, I'm going to be sitting here at the desk, for a little while, like when I'm doing a Skype reading. They come up on the table more. They think they're going to get treats, but they do come around quite a bit. Oh, Autumn's got a new Christmas sweater, Christmas tree protection cat edition. I'll have to look at that. I missed her live today. I still have gift cards you can buy for readings with me on my website. And they're good for 6 months. So whoever you give it to for a Christmas present or birthday or whatever, they don't have to use it right away. So you can visit my website to do that, or you can, if you want to schedule your own reading, you could also visit my website. If you go in now, you'll have to be booking for January, though.
Fun times.
We're 2 weeks away.
I can't believe it. It's like I blinked and it's like, holy crap, the year went by.
And we will have a New Year's Eve live on Johnny's channel with guest readers. So our fundraiser, will be doing that New Year's Eve also.
I have to plan something, don't I?
Yes, sir, you do.
That's a lot of hours.
We'll need lots of questions. And I'd say for next week, as well as New Year's Eve, you can give us some non-political questions also, as long as they're not personal questions. We don't do personal questions. You want personal questions answered, book a reading. Let's see. Let's start here. Trump has sued the Pulitzer Prize.
Why?
Because he's pissed off that the Washington Post and New York Times won Pulitzer Prizes for the reporting on him and Russia, Russiagate. And he's like, they won a prize for, a hoax. It's not true, blah, 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 blah. So how's this going to go? He sued the Pulitzer Prize. Obviously, he's trying to get in the Petty Boots Club. It's like, leave that to the experts. We'll take care of the Petty Boots Club. You just try not to do something stupid.
So Trillium Tarot sent me these tiles. They're tarot tiles. So I muted the mic so I could shuffle them. And I'm like, how is this going to go for Donald Trump? And I probably pulled out the one tile with nothing on it. So it's blank. That's
did you get a new toy, Johnny?
I did. Trillium Tarot sent these to me.
Oh, how cool.
Tiles.
Little tiles.
And I pulled out the one blank one. So how's this going to go? I mean, you might want to conserve your money for all the lawsuits coming against you.
You might want to conserve your money for all the indictments that are coming to you. I'm just saying.
Goodness. There are two blank ones. I'll probably draw it again then. I get the Ace of Swords, so there's your victory, right? Victory and truth, triumph, that type of thing. But I get the Seven of Wands and the Nine of Wands too, so there's a lot of pressure in defending and things of that nature. Mind you, we started with blank. There's the Wheel of Fortune and the Six of Wands. Over time, there is something that draws way too much attention because this is all he actually wants. Nine of Cups is a wish. He's not actually trying to hurt the Pulitzer organization. He wants attention again. And he's about to get it. Something from this is going to draw a different kind of attention. I don't know from who, but it is. Because he's going to do something else like this in the next few weeks too. That somebody's going to be a new target. So
he's going to get a new investigation out of it. I'm getting.
Lord,
what you getting, Becca?
Heart, letter, cross. He's not going to have the desired outcome that he wants. He's going to suffer. So I'm wondering if there's going to be some sort of a sanction, maybe because it's letter cross. So the results cause suffering, punishment, burdens. So I'm just wondering if there's going to be some sort of a what do you call it, a sanction or of some sort for frivolous lawsuits, but it doesn't go to his favor. The outcome is not good for him. So
yeah, what is it when you go into a court case, the disclosure, back and forth between the lawyers?
Discovery, I think it's called.
Discovery. Thank you. I get like during discovery that something is going to be like a little breadcrumb is going to be brought out. That's going to bring another court case for Trump. This one's going to end, but there's something else that's going to come out that's going to cause investigators to go charging in, and maybe a whistleblower or something, and he's going to end up in court over something else because of this.
He's such a stable genius. He outs himself in like 10 different crimes when he's trying to get out of one. You know.
I want to take a few minutes and look at Justice Roberts, Chief Justice Roberts. With all the stuff coming out about, the justices speaking at GOP things and the not Freedom Caucus, the Federalist Society functions and stuff, is Chief Justice Roberts... will he ever do anything about ethics, number one? And number two, is he bought and paid for?
Ethics for the Supreme Court?
Yeah. Will he ever do something about ethics for the Supreme Court? Because he keeps talking about, we have to uphold, how we talk about the Supreme Court. I don't understand why everybody's so riled.
You don't get to be free from criticism.
That's right. Free speech. For entertainment purposes, only YouTube, in case you decide to be like Elon Musk and start blocking people for mentioning other media. We'll look at him later. Chief Justice Roberts. Anything for ethics?
Ethics, no. Nine of Swords, there's a worry, possibly and anxiety over implementing such a thing. Only reason I can, mind you, this is kind of in the reading, but I could be skewing it too. So just hashtag grain of salt. The only reason I'm thinking that you don't act, you don't implement, and you're worried about such a thing is that somebody is over you telling you not to. And then you're worried about the repercussions of something, because who do you answer to? Literally nobody. But you must be answering to somebody if anxiety pops up first to get the Nine of Swords here. And then there's the Page of Cups and the Four of Pentacles. Whatever emotion that he has, whatever reaction that he wants, he's keeping it to himself. This is something you must sort of shield, because you cannot be seen to be something other than what we paid for. And the reason I say that is because there's the Seven of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. This is sneaky, theft, schemes, and then Knight of Pentacles is the person you hire. This is the hired gun or the for help sign or whatever type of thing. This is the person you pay for. So sneaky, plans, paid for. Somebody is pulling a string somewhere. Allegedly.
What you getting, Becca?
First question: Will Roberts make his Supreme Court follow the ethics rules? I get man, clover, whip. No. No. It's something that's chronic. There's some sort of an abuse there that they have an opportunity to abuse. They have an opportunity to argue. No, it's not going to happen. Is he bought and paid for? Fish, Sun, Mountain. It might not be direct payments. It may come through the form of donations, lobbying, shopping. Perhaps people that are independent. Hashtag grain of salt, but
Yeah, I don't know why. Like when I tried to read on ethics, I get there will be an action taken over money spent on them partying. You like Kavanaugh was seen partying with Matt Gaetz. Yeah, two sex offenders together allegedly, partying together. There's some action will be taken about the money. There's, I think it's going to come from like the House getting some sort of agreement and something legally on the books to put a stop to this. So I'm not getting that Roberts will do anything. I'm getting like somebody else is going to do something. And I know they're being investigated. They're looking into some of it, but
who's looking into it? Themselves? Because I know Sheldon Whitehouse and the Senate has initiated stuff, but the Supreme Court always comes back.
Is not
looking into it, but we're investigating ourselves. So
yeah, they don't. I get that there's going to be something coming up where one of them has to vacate the bench. Somebody, and after that, somebody else that's been there a long time will go. So I'm getting two are going to go. I don't know why it's showing me that. It's not answering my questions. It's sort of answering, but it's not answering. So is Roberts bought and paid for? I would say yes. So Trump started his NFTs, his little superhero trading cards. First, I want to look at, will he be brought up on any trademark violations because he used stolen images and put a Trump head on them?
Yeah, he's being investigated right now.
So will he have some legal problems over trademark issues? We'll start there.
Because meanwhile, back at the ranch, I went to the Enchanted Forest and I did a video. I didn't get a copyright strike. That means we're going to take your video down, possibly. I got a copyright claim, which means that if you make any money off of this video, it goes to me. Because they were playing music in the background. The same when I went to the Korean barbecue and there was music playing in the background and they got a copyright claim on that video too. So if you make any money on this video, it goes to me. So why does it apply to me and then not to him?
You know what I think is funny about the whole NFT thing, though? On his announcement, he was saying, you know, these trading cards are about my life. And I'm like, since when were you an astronaut, Donald?
Or a soldier. One of them, he looks like a soldier. It's like, hello, Mr. Bone Spurs. And when were you a cowboy?
A soldier, a cowboy, an astronaut, Superman with like fire coming out of his eyes.
His like, diapers wouldn't fit on a horse.
Oh my gosh. There was one of him riding on an elephant.
Squish, 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 squish.
That poor elephant.
Well, I worked in retail for a long time doing product development and working with designers to create trademark artwork, for product. So I understand that. Like, you have to protect your artwork and you have to watch, like, if anybody knocks you off and everything. And you also have to watch that somebody doesn't sue you for knocking them off. It's a big deal.
I get the Chariot, the first card. So there is going to be some sort of agreement or the attempt of appeasement. The Nine of Pentacles and that's the Page. The Page of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. There is some sort of agreement for maybe possibly a lump sum to someone. Because I get the Ten of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. There's an offer to appease. And then the King of Cups. So some man here wants some sort of restitution. So there may be something of that nature. And then the boss got the drunkenness. And so it's like... And so I think there is someone who does want some sort of something from him. So there may be attempt to appease with some sort of lump sum. I'm not saying like millions of dollars or nothing, but like a here, my bad, go away.
What you getting, Becca?
Snake ship letter. Yes, the results of a false commerce, false enterprise. Also, trouble because there's something foreign that is being mailed. So
we're gonna be looking at that next. He's gonna have to pay somebody out to somebody because smug little Trump. Somebody's gonna come after him legally. That's a higher authority on this. That's gonna change the whole thing with his NFTs. He's gonna get all anxious because it's all corrupt, and there's gonna be more investigations coming in. This is a big yes card. He's a loser. He's gonna lose on the NFTs too. He can't even make money on a grift.
I saw on Twitter they were reporting that he's already sold 45,000.
$44.45 million
already on those on JPEG
because they're $99 each, so $4.45 million. So I was watching a video. I can't remember if it was Young Turks or who, but the NFTs have been getting cracked down on, just like what do you call like Bitcoin and all the cryptocurrencies. Is he laundering money through the NFTs? Because I find it really hard to believe that his MAGA people, a lot of them were posting on Twitter like, oh my God, he's losing it. Like, they couldn't believe that was his big announcement. They hoped he was announcing something like he's going to go for Speaker of the House or something like that. Is he laundering money?
Because I literally am buying something I don't have to physically hold.
Well, he claims they'll go up in value. How can something that doesn't exist go up in value?
How do you resell such a thing?
You can't auction it
for a JPEG of stolen images.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, everybody's having a heart attack about AI art that just happened a couple months ago.
Mm-hmm. King of Cups, Six of Swords. There is going to be a troubled transition for some man. He may be in a legal capacity. So he may be, I wonder if that's one of his lawyers or something. Then there's the Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. There's like a team. So one man, two women. There's Four of Swords and the Three of Cups. There's going to be an end to these things if he hasn't already. And not just the sold out. I'm thinking like we're done selling them, period. I pulled the Oracle card and it says your secrets are safe. So there seems to be some sort of passing of the money, says the Oracle too. And then the Prince of Vessels says charity. So it was a gift of some sort. So there could be some passing of the money through these means, but what popped up here is legal trouble. Not necessarily the answer to the question, and these may stop pretty soon.
Yeah, I think there's people that support him, helping him pretty financially, sending it through communications, wire transfers, that kind of thing, just shows support. And I get like there's a whole network of them connected with him. But I do feel like he's going to end up with all kinds of legal problems because the money is coming from overseas. There's going to be all kinds of investigations. What you getting, Becca?
Snake Rider letter. Again. Well, before it was Snake Ship letter. Now it's Snake Rider letter. There's something that is false or problematic that is being delivered with that letter over mail, results, documents, something like that. Also, because there's two action cards here, I just had an idea pop into my head. Is this a way for him to scoot around everything that's happening out of the Manhattan DA, because they have to be financially monitored now?
Right.
Do you see what I'm saying? So, because I'm seeing action in the previous, and then in this one too, two action cards. So it's like,
There's two LLCs that are set up. One of them is like somewhere like Idaho or somewhere, like not where Trump is. The other one is like overseas or somewhere. So yeah, he's trying to get around the monitor. It looks like. So let's ask: is he trying to get around the monitor by moving money?
Scheme after scheme.
He's so smart, and just average Joe schmoes like us can see it.
Let's see, is he trying to get around? Well, there's the little Trump devil. There's the devil. The Six of Swords. Again, the moving of something. The Queen of Swords is here too. There's a woman. So I'm going to say yes. Me personally, it's what I think. Hashtag grain of salt. But I'm going to say yes, but I think there's a woman here helping him too. I don't know who she is because there's the Four of Cups and the Stars. There's something you cannot help but to succumb to with the Four of Cups, but there is something in the future that you're trying to plan for too. And so it's like this may be, with the Six of Swords, our troubled transition, this may be a way to move something somewhere else. And so, yeah, I think so.
What you getting, Becca?
House, stars, letter. That letter, this is the third time it's landed in the same spot. Yeah, it's something that perhaps can leave the family comfortable with something that is widespread and vast, that's on the internet, electronic. It's guidance. It's seeing your way forward, like having a map. So it's a workaround in a sort of way, is the way that I'm reading it. But yeah,
it's steady money here. He's trying to create chaos around his organization by hiding what's going on. There is a woman that's helping him with this. I get that too, Johnny. But he's burdened financially, and whether he's trying to push money overseas or get money from overseas, he's having to watch his money, and I get there's dark money involved again. But yeah, he's not accepting that monitor. He's doing it to in a very visible way to act like he's on the up and up, but he gets trapped by, I think, Letitia James here. He gets trapped in that, and it's him directly getting trapped. The Fool here, she's going to change something about securing his money. Something else is going to come up because of this.
CC Ryder just posted, I'm saying it here on the chat. Raw story: mysterious company behind Trump's $99 trading cards has the same address as West Palm Beach Golf Club, founded in 2021 by former Trump advisor Nick Luna and current Trump lawyer John Marion.
So he's already, he just did this, on Thursday or Wednesday, whenever it was. Mm-hmm. He's already got an investigation for breaking securities laws regarding his NFT. So he's already got a securities investigation on him. How's that going to go?
Ivanka, come get your husband here. Get your husband. I said Ivanka. I've actually met Ivana.
Did you?
Names are too close. That's all that.
That's my ex.
Three of Pentacles, Nine of Wands. There is not just him, but it's two other people or four people altogether, or three additional people, I should say. But there's possibly three people here under immense pressure, but someone who is very how do I say it nicely? They're very dogmatic about rules. Like they're very cutthroat, kind of like people picture John Smith or Jack Smith or whatever his name to be type of thing, like a pit bull when it comes to the rules. There's somebody like that that is going to be talking to him with the chariot card, trying to get things, trying to gain cooperation. And so if they can't do it, then they become more of a pressure to him. So he's got a new enemy, apparently.
What you getting, Becca?
The outcome of the securities fraud investigation, I get bird, whip, fox, snake, woman. They're going to be perhaps interviewing people because they've been chronically defrauding and lying to a woman. I don't know if this is Letitia James. I don't know who this woman is. Don't ask. I don't know. There's communications or meetings or something that may have been advertised that was set to be fraud, and it was manipulative and chronic lying, chronic trouble. So it's not going to end well for him either way. But there may be interviews that take place for like, why are you doing this? What is this? Do you see what I'm saying? Because it's an interview where there's going to be arguments about abuses and chronic manipulation and lying. So
It's funny because I got the card of manipulation right here with the corruption and manipulation, stealing and fraud, illusion. Like it's not really there. Whatever it is, it's illusion. I get like someone of higher authority, talking in secret. So behind the scenes, judges or secret grand jury looking at it differently here, and he is trapped. He's they're going to charge in with more legal issues for him, and they're going to be victorious on him. So I think they're going to eventually force him to not be able to do any business at all. Just like they said, you can't do charity things. Eric and Don Jr., Trump, you can't be involved in business ever again, ever, anywhere, like federally.
it's like you just keep stepping in it. Hey, babe.
Well, speaking of just stepping in it over and over, Madison Cawthorn got sued by his own lawyers for $193,000 because he, like Trump, doesn't pay his legal bills. Madison Cawthorn, in his pretty little corsets and going to all the Republican sex parties and coke parties, yeah, he got sued by his own lawyers. Didn't even make it through his own primary after that.
Oh my gosh. So what did you find?
$193,000. Madison Cawthorn. He has like 14,000 or something more on top of that. He owes somebody else. He also had investigations by I think it was the House on ethics campaign fraud or something too.
So what?
It was his lawyers, $193,000. How is he going to have to pay it up?
Well, you would have had the money if you went to the parties.
That's right.
You could have been in. You'd have been corrupt just like the rebel you already are. Because mind you, he still has an investigation for the gun that he forgot he had when he was going through the airport. His name would have been Madison Mohammed. He'd have been in jail, I guarantee you. Yes, he's going to have to pay because whether you like the results or not, what the work that they did is not. That's not a matter for you still owing them money because they still did work for you. They just didn't win your case. The Six of Swords and the Eight of Cups, there's something he is going to have to abandon and then move through the troubled water and just get it done type thing. Five of Pentacles, there's lack and loss. Two of Pentacles, he didn't have that kind of money though, for whatever reason. At least not all at once. I guess he wasn't in Congress long enough to get the McConnell treatment. There's the Tower, the Two of Wands, and the Eight of Swords. There's something also in his... I don't know if he's going to run for something else or if he's trying to get on the board of something, but somebody may be trying to also ruin him too. This is hashtag Great Salt. Someone may be trying to ruin him. I think he's trying to get on some sort of committee or some sort of board or some sort of lobbying firm or something, but there's people against him with the Tower and the Ten of Swords and the Word of Warning. So he's going to have one heck of a 2023, I think, coming up. So make sure you put some brakes on your wheelchair is all I can say.
Mm-hmm.
Beware the strong wind, my friend.
Am I supposed to be wearing Christmas stuff?
Only if you want to. Hey, Ona.
Hi, Ona.
The hair's bright enough. You'll be fine.
Happy holidays. Happy Hanukkah.
Happy holidays and happy Hanukkah to you too, Ona.
Tonight's the first night of Hanukkah. The sun went down. The moon went into Scorpio, or was just about to, right? It was a pretty good day. So we'll talk about that later.
So, Becca, what'd you get on Madison Cawthorn?
Cross, mice, letter, garden, and bouquet. They're going to take it away from him. What's that called when there's like some sort of a judgment on you or whatever, and you don't pay, and then they just withdraw it from your account or whatever?
Like garnishing his wages for the rest of his life, putting a lien against his house or whatever they want to do.
That's a lien on you.
Away from him. It's taken away from him. He doesn't pay out. It's taken away. He may try to go to some party, like a big party, a big organization, to try to get some help or a favor.
Mm-hmm.
It gets taken. They don't help him. It gets taken away from him, if that makes sense.
I get that same thing. Like he may try to go to the party to get money, and they're like, "Nope, you lose." This is just going to ruin him. It's going to ruin him, and I don't know why this is showing up. You know, he's going through a rough transition, as Johnny said. There's something else that's going to come up about him and Trump, and I think the insurrection that he may be caught up in also. So interesting. Elon Musk is banning you from posting links to other media sites like Facebook or Instagram or whatever. Why is he doing this? Mr. I like free speech won't let you post anything you want.
He's so off the chain. Like, I got Pack of Dogs, I got the Bosch deck, I got Da Vinci that's got dismembered bodies. Why don't you guys pick a deck? Pick a deck.
Let's look at
Go with the Bosch because I'm a Bosch too.
You dismembered bodies for 400, please, Alex.
Becca was very she's being devious in the Barnes and Noble, mind you, and it was a Christmas present, but she got me the Bosch deck too.
Yes.
And it hasn't let us down yet.
Yes, it is fabulous. It really deserves a special place, right? It's like I just was in my head going, why doesn't he have this deck? Why don't you guys have this deck? You need to laugh more.
Need this deck.
In the after show last week, we were talking. We're like, Oda has to come read with the Bosch with Johnny. So we are going to make you pull it out in a minute.
So bad. But
I have to see this dismembered body deck first.
That's the Leonardo da Vinci one. You want to do that one? We'll do that one. That's a good one.
Elon Musk, why are you banning?
The Wheel of Fortune's got dismembered, like body parts all over it. So yeah, you know.
Oh Lord Jesus. Okay. I thought I'm okay. I can't read. That's what the problem is. Stay in school, children. Stay in school. Because I looked at this, it looked like it said the Baron of Boobs, and it doesn't say boobs. It says books. But at the same time, then you look at the card. It says sexual indiscretion and adultery. So
I thought maybe a boob.
this deck is special. So the Nine of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, the Hermit, the Three of Cups, and the Two of Pentacles. Let me, for the record, let me say, so I may influence my own reading. I have no problem with this. It's Twitter. If you're on Twitter, list Twitter. If you're on Facebook, list Facebook. Now, mind you, at the same time, if these people, if it's their social media page and you are allowing people to post adult content on Twitter, then what harm is their Facebook link and their LinkedIn page and their Instagram page and all the stuff where, because they might be a business connecting with people. Hey, you can reach me here, 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 and here. So, I mean, like, get over it, dude. Like, there's way too many people to try to nail down and say you can't do this and can't do that. But it's pettiness and security. He wants Twitter to be like on an island of its own with the Hermit card and the Nine of Pentacles. And then there is the, for whatever reason, a capable woman who is the downfall of all of your enemies and sexual indiscretion. It has nothing to do with this reading, but I pulled it anyway, so there you go. And then there is an eating problem. So there's like gluttony. So again, this is like hoarding the attention, basically is what it is. He wants to be seen. This is the reason he wanted Twitter in the first place, because it's a project and it's a toy. When he gets bored, he'll move on. But island of its own, that's what I get.
Well, with that said, I hope he buys Fox News next and tanks it. Please.
And Newsmax.
What did you get, Miss Anna?
He's having relations with the wrong species.
What is so something was up to what is happening, right?
Oh, no.
The body parts are coming. He's having relations with the wrong people. He's doing the wrong things with the wrong people. And, you know, here we've got the Two of Swords in this deck. There's like two unrelated people. Look at they're doing weird things to each other, and they're. It's not like they can't come to an agreement, but it seems like it's a marketing play. It's all for marketing. There's the King of Cups, and this is the Seven of Swords, right? So all see all the body parts under the swords. Can you see that? Because the swords just whipped everybody into a whole different scape. Body parts everywhere. It's so dismembered at the end, right? That's what I get. Oh,
He's so stupid. He doesn't realize, like, you know, if people post things on Facebook from Twitter, that it would drive traffic to Twitter, you know, and vice versa. He's so stupid. He just stabbed himself in the foot, is what I heard. He's
there you go.
just a little man in all these people working together. He wants to be the place that gets all the attention. So he's working on the structure of Twitter, and he's just tearing it down. His walls are getting thinner and thinner. He's not, you know, he's corrupt, and he's trying to secure as much money as he can with advertisers and stuff, but he doesn't want to play ball with other people in social media. He just doesn't want to do it.
Yeah,
he's going to regret it too.
He is going to regret it. What a stupid move. He just disorients people constantly.
I got the book, The Snake, the Ship, the Bear, the Sun. He's having difficulties learning, and also there might be some behind the scenes confidential stuff that may be very problematic. It's a power control sort of thing. But also there's projects or classified stuff or whatever that may cause problems because there's a bunch of foreign enterprise financial stuff behind it. The ship, the bear, and the sun. So look at it both ways. There's big problems financially. Snake with bear. Big problems financially. And there's classified stuff for projects that are abroad and foreign with his enterprise that are that he's quite optimistic about or has a lot of energy, if you're picking up what I'm putting down.
Yeah.
So,
But he kicked a bunch of people from media off of Twitter, from CNN and New York Times and Washington Post and stuff. So he's trying to shut down media, which is another big sign he's working with dictators and crap overseas.
well, speaking of which, I just saw on Twitter a picture of him and Kushner with a bunch of Qataris at the World Cup. And the reason that Elon Musk is claiming that he banned that one reporter was because he was being doxxed. Well, then you just doxed yourself on your own platform. Do you see what I'm
So
saying?
much for free speech.
Yeah.
But, okay, wait.
So,
Doxing is listing your location and your personal information and all of that. But you're in a public place. So if anybody takes a photo of you, isn't that the same thing?
Yeah. But this time he took a photo of himself with Jared Kushner and a bunch of Qataris at the World Cup.
At the World Cup. Not at the man's private address somewhere.
No.
At the World Cup.
Unbelievable.
So you doxed him because you were mad
that
at
was
him,
another
or not?
question I had. Why?
For that.
That's another question I had, because Jared Kushner didn't suddenly get into soccer, right? I mean, come on, he doesn't look like he'd be into sports. Why did they go to Qatar? Why did they go, Jared and Elon? Because there's got to be more to it than that. And we know Jared took $2 billion from the Saudis.
Yeah, he owes them appearances because they paid him money, right? Or maybe they're
Gave
paying
$2
him
billion.
to appear.
They gave a bunch to Mnuchin too. Thank you, Caroline.
Oh my God, he got lost in their trap. Yeah.
I love it when we hear sirens in the background when we're reading on these corrupt people.
That's what I pulled. That's it. That's the card because it's just drove by. Not here. Don't stop here. I feel like I'm still at work. Don't. Not another one.
What card did you get, Johnny? Do you need a magnifying glass?
You know what this is, Jesus.
What happened to your glasses?
They're all over there. I just again, number one question for this whole deck is, what is that?
I know.
What are they doing?
I read that guidebook with a microscope. I had my magnifying like an old, the print was so small, but they changed some things up, but it makes sense in the deck.
Did you see last week, Ona, when Johnny was it last week? Yeah, it was last week. Johnny, he has a trump card in the Bosch deck. It's the guy that's got the table on his head with the knife. And it kept popping up, so Johnny put a table on his head.
I didn't know such thing.
It's on the thumbnail. You can see it.
It was great.
No, I usually work at 7 at night. I usually work 7 at night to 7 in the morning, but I switched this weekend. I
Okay.
switched out. I'm going to work days now.
So what you get, Nona? Why'd they go?
10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles. This is the Lost Ones deck. And they're all surrounded by pentacles, and they're all like gossip mongering, and it's behind the scenes and who paid off who kind of thing. I would say kind of like mafia related. And the 3 of Wands in this deck. Or 2 of Wands. So they are sort of monitoring him to make appearances, they'll pay him to. He's getting paid to do this stuff, to appear with.
Wow. What you getting, Johnny?
So I get the Ace of Birds, says family and togetherness there.
Oh.
I got the Knight of Birds, which is adventure and excitement. And then I get the Page of Skates, which is disappointment and failed attempts.
Oh.
Now, from that, I draw it into here because here's the Empress, the first one.
Yeah.
And then I get the Sun, the Magician, the 9 of Swords, which is your worry, possibly your failed attempts and disappointment. And then your 8 of Wands, which is communication. So what I see is there is something that they all need to talk about, but they needed a mediator to do so. Not a mediator like you can't get along. Mediator is an I don't know him, can you introduce us type thing. And then they because they've met before, this is not the first time. And so there's some sort of business deal possibly, or some sort of something they want to come to an agreement on, and they all are just hanging out. So I would be interested to know where they went after this because they were still together. But yeah, there is something that they needed to get done, and he was help facilitating. That's the word. And so I think this is all just a business thing, and they're going to have a little more.
Yeah. Bastards.
What you getting, Becca?
I get dog, garden, snake, bear, woman. A friendly outing with a bunch of people that are not exactly your friend because of some financial problems that you're having. There's something here that's social or on some sort of a platform financially. There's trouble there because it's snakes center to the reading. So there's trouble, there's lies, but it's around something social, a big platform, an enterprise, a party that's financial, and it's having trouble. So I don't know if they were there to discuss, hey, we want you to do this and this and this and this on Twitter, because I have also heard that his purchase of Twitter was also backed by the Saudis. Saudis and somebody else. But with the bear there, not just financial, but very controlling, domineering, powerful. But those people, watch out, because they're not your friends. They're not your friends.
PI and what was it, the FCC or somebody like that, they want to ban TikTok because it's owned by the Chinese, and the potential of influence is there. Not that the Chinese are stealing your information, because everybody's doing that.
Yeah.
Not that they're stealing your information, that they could possibly influence you, because they can change what pops up on your page and what you look at and so forth, influence your opinion. Meanwhile, no one's clamoring to ban Twitter when it is literally being bought by forward money.
Yep.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Thank you, Margaret. I get that they went over there because their money isn't balancing out. It's like, they're losing money. And trying maybe having some legal problems overseas. The sneaky theft card here, they are hurting financially. They're like practically in ruins. Like, how do you get $2 billion and lose it? How does Elon go from being the richest man in the world to not? They're losing money right and left. They're trying to act like they're big celebrities and be seen, and partnering with other people trying to act like they're strong, but their world is crumbling down. And they're kind of stuck. So they were there to talk to a lot of people. There's a lot of corrupt money involved in this, and they were there working. So while we're on Elon, he's dumping a lot of Tesla stock. So is he hurting that much financially? That why is he dumping Tesla stock?
Yeah, it's gone down. And this is what I've learned from like Saturday Night Live or Steve Colbert. I've not watched the news.
Yeah. They'll give you a lot of news.
And you know what? Good. Stupid car.
What was the question again?
Why did Elon dump a lot of Tesla stock?
Oh, maybe this is the answer. Okay.
Flaky plucky heroin.
Eight of Pentacles, Six of Wands, Three of Swords, Eight of Wands, Page of Wands. The Eight of Pentacles would be your work, your day-to-day stuff, details as well. Six of Wands with the Eight of Wands, someone important may have given him advice to do so. With the Three of Swords, this is a bit of, I don't want to say insider trading type thing, but it's something's not on the up and up here. The Page of Wands, he was told to do so, basically.
Yeah.
I get the Table of Plenty, though. And then the Page of Vessels. So there is something about greed and excess. I think that Tesla's not going to go into the tank completely, but at the same time, he is also trying to recoup a whole bunch of losses, especially with the Queen of Swords, especially when it came to him doing things he should not have done in the first place. Like spend a bunch of money you borrowed from places to try to buy a social media platform that you don't know how to run. And so now it's time to look in all the sofa cushions because, bread's going up in price and so is milk too. So
What'd you get, Ona?
He's literally skating on thin ice. And this is interesting. I'm paying attention to all the swords that are coming up because I got Ace of Skates. So there's the initial thing. And then Prince of Skates. So barely balancing. There's something going on in the neighborhood. I don't know who's in town, but there's a bunch of limousines and ambulances and a weird truck with weird lights. So sorry about that. And then we go to the Baron of Skates. Like he's trying to collect, like constantly skating on thin ice sort of thing. Look, he's taking it just like in the butt. See there? He's pointing to his root chakra there if you want to go there. See? Sorry.
Got an arrow in that one. So
Yeah.
And it hurt going in.
Maybe that's where this one's coming in because I feel like he's about to head into legal trouble big time here because he took an action because his plans are all erratic. He's
there's that
on thin ice, as Ona said. He's trying to bully the money into coming in and trying to show strength. But I think at the same time, he might have been pushed into selling this stock. His world is crashing all around him. He is just stuck. I almost feel like they may try to get him out of Tesla at some point, like send a message to him to vacate. But he's got some legal problems brewing here. I feel like they're looking at options for investigations with him and anybody around him in his network. I think people are going to start looking at where all did his money come from.
Can I ask a question too?
Mm-hmm.
does this have any karmic flair to it at all? Like this is something that was due to him because of something he planted earlier, or is this just him in bad business because he doesn't know what he's doing? Or is it a mixture of both? Like, did he do something we didn't see and then everything now he touches falls apart? Or is there something karmic to this, or is this just bad business? Because if you know all of these foreign people to get money from, all the people that aren't investing in like nursery schools or something, then you possibly don't run in the same circles as nice people, I would say.
Yeah.
So is there something karmic to this? Is this a what goes around comes around, what you planted you are reaping now type thing? Bad business, little of both?
Well, from what I've heard, I don't think he treats his employees very well.
No,
It's not a nice person.
nor women.
And that doesn't ever taste good.
Mm. 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 Okay. Heronius Bosch. So the first card I get is the Baron of Coins. It says at the bottom, loss of money, wasting money. A sham is what it says. Get this on focus.
Mm-hmm.
Wasting money, loss of money, sham, charity. And then it says lack of financial experience with the Pegasus card.
Yeah.
Lord Jesus.
Literally
Or
getting
it's
money.
lack of financial experience. I'm going to think these are possibly not gold. Maybe they're just gold foil and chocolate on the inside. But I get also with the tarot, I get burden. I get lovers and two of cups. These are also bad relationships because of that burden that it placed upon you. Which, if you are in a relationship, and here with the two of cups and the lovers card, which are kind of the same, and you have a burden in the middle, that means they're imposing something on you that you cannot handle, or that you cannot handle the way you are currently doing it. And so I think this is a little both, but a lot of bad business.
Yeah.
That's him with the lampshade on his head. So it's just wandering through the room. Sins of pride. Goofy boy.
Pooping money, little nuggets. There is definitely, I think, something karmic here. Something, about money, things he's done in the world. This is completion too, gifts of money, and things that he hasn't done. This is his harvest. That's karma. This is his harvest to balance his harvest, and to bring hopefully some healing to him. He's too smug. He's been too smug about all his money. This is another one of my karma cards. It's like, pick your option, dude. You're going to lose. Just pick your option. Karma's coming in.
That wheel went south, huh?
Yeah. The wheel can turn both ways.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did.
And this whole thing about Tesla, didn't he use government money to start Tesla? That's what I had heard, that he started Tesla with government grants and all this money, not his own. So,
I mean, most business people start businesses with somebody else's money, with investors' money. So, speaking of which, Sam Bankman, Bankman-Fried, the one who's fighting extradition to the U.S. for his 8 counts of fraud and conspiracy with the FTX, what do you call it, cryptocurrency? I can never remember that word. He's also facing civil lawsuits, but his 8 counts of fraud and conspiracy could land him in jail for 115 years. So, first of all, because he's appealing his extradition now, will he be extradited to the U.S. to stand trial? And how's that going to go for him?
Okay.
Sam Bankman-Fried. He did basically a pyramid scheme through his cryptocurrency.
And the question is he going to
be extradited to the U.S. because he's in the Bahamas right now, and he's fighting that. He's appealing the extradition.
Yeah, that like weird kid. Yeah.
Yeah. But also, how is his court case going to go here in the U.S.? And his parents are basically trying to come up with as much money as possible for all his legal bills. It's like
exactly what I just told us, that like they need to find money they need to make it. They're catching it under Johnny's deck. They're like,
he lived high on the hog for
funds there. They're gonna
years.
I get the fox, the anchor, and the whip, yeah, because there is an established pattern of fraud and abuse. So yeah.
I don't know why this wants to pop up again, but show and tell. There you go. But
pull
yes,
the same cards from a different deck. There, go ahead. We have to find money to get this kid out of there, right? I think.
but he's going to be now. There's a lot of people involved in this for some reason. So I don't know if it's him by himself, but there's 2 other women here, and then there's a guy there. The 7 of Swords, there's a scheme around the 2 of Pentacles, something that they were trying to balance financially, new plans, new this, new that. They were trying to add something to it in the midst of getting caught. So I'm just going to say, it didn't say yes or no. I'm going to say yes. But
they're calling that card Buttcoin in the chat.
it fits, maybe. That's
it's the Buttcoin card.
That's it. Like the like that's Buttcoin.
Bitcoin and Buttcoin.
Oh,
that's good.
This deck is all different now.
Spirit Watcher, thank you for that one. I had to go back up to see who wrote that first. So that was
anyway. It's gonna come up again and again too. Just
well, you know how cards like start showing up for something like certain things like money laundering and stuff. There's your Bitcoin.
It's programming itself each week. That's what we're saying. Like Trump is not the fool in this deck. He's gonna be the table guy.
What you getting, Nona?
I got the money, and then I got it's gonna be, we're like sort of undercover. You see, there he is, that little knave there under the horse. So they're gonna get him out. It's gonna cost a lot of money. He's going to surprise us by constantly trying to defend himself. He's gotta get a good defense because he's kind of screwed there. I don't know where he is, but he looks like he's screwed.
I get he's out in the cold on the extradition. Also, he's going to be extradited. I think he's going to be spending a lot of time in jail. He will fight this and try to put a spin on it, but his world's crashing down. He's going to be in jail, and again, this is like structurally karma, changing the fortunes, balancing itself again. Did you go, Becca? Yeah. Okay. I love this question from Becca. In 2021, the RNC spent massively on vacations and trips and prizes and concerts and private jets and luxury items. So, will the RNC, first of all, will they be exposed as a grift? And second of all, will they face any ethics violations or campaign fraud violations? RNC, are they thrifty? And will they have any violations of ethics or campaign fraud? Pretty sad when your whole parent company of the party is
Right. All these puppies fell out. I got the dog deck out here, and all the dogs are barking all over the place.
It was crazy too because they were saying spa trips, rides on private jets, wardrobes, concerts, vacations, lavish hotels, like insane,
probably sports events and things, high ticket prices.
millions of dollars, and that was just reported on their expense that they had to do for the year of 2021. Food, I mean, it was just insanity. I wonder who all that money went to, though, because remember they were supposed to be paying Trump's legal bills as well, too. Or did they buy him and Melania and their family clothes and send them online? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, it's just.
Well, I know, like, Ted Cruz has been seen at some pretty expensive things, whether sporting events or whatever, like World Series, stuff like that. Whether he's going to hobnob to try to help raise more money, if that's what he's saying or whatever. I can't imagine, they won't. That they can get away with that kind of excuse, like, oh, they have to hobnob with the rich to get the donations.
It's just insanity to me.
I get someone questions, but no one does anything.
Yeah.
I get the Ace of Pentacles here. I get the Temperance. I get the Empress. So it's like there is interest in such a thing here. But I also get the Ace of Wands, so there's your action that you could take. And then there's the Four of Swords, an action that you're not going to take, so you just retreat from it. But there's an interest. Someone asks questions, someone snoops around. The Eight of Swords, the Nine of Swords. So someone is sort of sniffing around outside, but nobody ever knocks on the door. Comes in, the Five of Cups and the Hangman. Someone will regret some decision, so someone could be offered up as a sacrifice, hence the Hangman, but that's at the most. And I don't really think it's going to get that far. Because mind you, like it, love it, hate it, or leave it, this is not a Republican issue alone, and they set their own rules, just like the Supreme Court. And so, insider trading, they shouldn't do it, but they can, because they set the rule that they can do that. And you want to take a lavish gift and a lavish this, and they have ethics committees, they have checks and balances and all this type of stuff, but nobody implements any of these things. It's not that the rules aren't there; who's imposing them?
And it's also a private entity too. It's not a government branch. It's a private entity, like a private corporation, really, if you think about it.
Republican National Committee, not Republican Government Committee.
Yeah. I get the Rider, the Crossroads, the Fox. So there may be news of several investigations, news of several areas that were fraudulent or manipulated. Also, possibly news that somehow ties into this with election fraud as well. So that's three or four ways to interpret that. So I'm wondering if there will be investigations, or it's brought up in an investigation that this money came to this person from the RNC and that person was involved in an election fraud. Or do you see what I'm saying? Like, because it was Rider, Crossroads, Fox. So news of several investigations, news of election fraud. So
interesting. What you get, Nona?
I use the dog deck, and every dog is doing a naughty thing. Every dog. So they're trying to bury it, they're hiding it, right? Burying their mistakes, hiding their mistakes. Look, he's digging a hole. Look, in Vanka's grave. Vanka's grave. Right? Same thing, hiding things, but making it look flowery, using the hearts all the time, right? And then walking away, and this is all you see at the end, right? This would be comparable to the 8 of Pentacles. So they're working harder to bury more stuff in different places. Look, all you see is ass, dog ass.
Whack-a-mole, and the mole got away.
I get there's going to be investigations on them too, but they have a different perspective of all their celebrity things and their corruption, everything that they're doing, everybody they partner with, to get the money. But they're imploding also. There's a lot of infighting within, like there's a constriction, there's infighting within. So there'll be illumination on some sort of investigations or questioning of them. But this has been going on a long time. I think they will be able to block anything from getting changed. I do feel like something is going to come up. Sources of money they've gotten globally, and in particular from people in Russia. Something's going to come up in some sort of legal thing that connects the dot a little bit with like oligarchs or something like that.
I just thought of something when I was just thinking of my read, which was Ryder Crossroads Fox. And remember, I was saying they might find several investigations, election fraud. Didn't what's her face, the lady that runs the RNC, wasn't she involved with the whole fake electors?
Yes, Rona McDaniel. Yeah, so I was going to read on her next, which was also your question, Becca. Will Rona McDaniel remain as chairperson for the RNC in 2023, or will she get kicked out?
This is going to be a big week, you guys.
Yeah.
What's the question?
Will Rona McDaniel stay as chairperson for the RNC in 2023, or will she get kicked out?
So crazy. I don't know who's crazier. Is she from Arizona or have anything to do with Arizona?
What's that, Rona?
Is she from Arizona or have anything to do with Arizona?
I don't know off the top of my head.
She probably meddled with the Arizona fake electors.
She was involved in the fake elector scheme because she had to go testify to the January 6th committee. And I just remembered that after the read.
In my head. I'm so there. I could smell it. I could breathe that air. Arizona air. This is weird. Okay.
I kind of feel like she's going to hang on, but I don't know how.
I get the garden, the ring, the stars. Yeah. It's like the party is committed, the organization is committed to her guidance, that she's been successful one way, shape, or form. There might be a huge social media sort of thing going on as well. I don't know if that would be like LinkedIn or some other social media site. But I get that she stays. It's
Yeah, I get she's secure too. I get like, I start with completion and trying to move her on, trying to get her to pack her bags and go. But I get there's others that are satisfied with her work and protecting her. I get she gets the offer to continue doing the work that they're stuck with her. But she's going to end up very burdened. Somewhere down the road, there'll be a lot of illumination on her somehow. But that's a yes card, like she stays. I don't know how. because there's questioning and treachery and all kinds of crap there, but she stays. What you getting, Ona and Johnny?
Yeah, I want Johnny to comment on the cards. I did the Bosch deck and see what you think, because I have she's like the chosen imbecile, right? She's kind of good. How would you interpret that card? Yeah, this is the sin of lust, okay, and they're all just kind of supporting her. This is the sin of ignorance, or the card of ignorance. Right? They're all just kind of supporting her because she just does. She in the card of sloth, the sin of sloth came up. She just can like holds up enough. She'll say anything that they don't want to say. That's what I got.
What was your first card?
The sin of lust.
And I get the Queen of Vessels, which is female lust, is what it says at the bottom.
Oh.
She reaches for power, and I think because what I get here with the Six of Wands, she hangs on. There is some question over it though, with the Four of Cups and the Seven of Cups. Like some people are kind of chattering in the background, but she has some man over her on her side that is possibly trying to do some guidance. Like he wants to be the one to guide her or to direct her as to what it is she needs to be doing for the party and that type of thing. So I think someone just wants to work on a new agenda. There has to be some changes with the dead though. Like something changes. Like if you want to stay, you can, but we're going to do something different going forward, especially if it has anything to do with paying people's legal bills after they're no longer president.
So Tuesday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, the Ways and Means Committee is meeting in private to vote on whether or not to release Trump's tax records to the public. Will they release his tax records to us? Ways and Means Committee. Little private meeting at 3 p.m. Eastern Time.
Which was a kind of a last push by Pelosi of her way out, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, she's gonna grab him by the balls before she goes. She's gonna do some dirty, nasty.
What's for flying ketchup bottles around 3:15?
She'll kick him in his bad leg and make it. Oh my God, she's gonna do something horrible just because, like, she's retired. Like, screw you. I could, I don't have to go back there tomorrow.
Thank you. No. Will they release his tax records? The Ways and Means Committee. Merry Christmas, Donald.
Dark in here. That's
it's nighttime after 6, Johnny.
It's dick. What is coming out of his back?
Thank you, Impus. What's coming out of his back?
It looks like a creature or something is coming out of his back.
Oh, it's like Predator or whatever, where
there's like a little
or Alien, where the thing comes out of the person.
Thing and
he's wearing a robe and it's got a print of a fish on it.
And what even is he? So it's not a human.
They're telling him what to do and how to talk and what to say.
Look
and
at
he just points his big finger at the red X and listens.
That snout was on the almost like pighead or bullhead people.
Teaching is what it is. It's a night of something, night of books. So teaching, finding direction with the Knight of Skates and then the Ace of Berries, harmony among things. I'm going to say yes, because here you have the High Priestess and the Five of Swords. So whatever was secretive, thank you, Joe, gets defeated. So something could be emerging. Now, I don't think this is going to be without a fight or some sort of clamoring by the Fool, because the Fool is here, and then the Ace of Wands. And so there's a new action that's going to be taken there, but yeah, Six of Wands, Six of Swords. I believe it will be delivered to the public, but we'll see.
You actually revealed the dates too.
Mm.
It's going to be on the 20th. The fish on the back of the guy, Jupiter leaves Pisces on the 20th and goes into Aries. And I think that's the day we're going to find out. So maybe not tomorrow, but the day after.
Yeah, the Tuesday's when they're meeting. Tuesday the
And we're
20th.
going to find out. Mhm.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, I got to stock up. I ate all the chocolates.
I'm here for it. I am so here for it. It's like, listen, you jerkhole, you've caused us nightmares for the last 6 years. Make it 7. You know, what you get, Ona?
Yeah, I do. I have that night. Excuse me, Six of Cups. So there's a yes there, and you see how squirrely the same card came up. He always has relations with the wrong people, and he's looking out, and the sun is shining. He's sort of hiding himself there, and she, okay, whoever she is pointing to what a bad dog he was. Okay, so I pulled the dog card. And he is just walking away, pretending like it's not real. Like you stepped in shit, it's on your shoes, and you're just walking around the house saying, no, it wasn't me.
Fake tax reports. Fake tax reports. It's not
gonna
mine.
be the same thing.
I get the clouds, the child, and the house. Yeah. It's going to cause, it's the early stages of crap storm that's coming to the family. So it doesn't affect just him. It may show other stuff in regards to the children in the family as well as him. So, or a small child in the family.
I get to move forward on burdening.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get to move forward and burdening him and, putting a lot of hopes into that. That's their plan. I get a big yes. It'll be a quick yes. And then celebrations. It will also, to Becca's point, show other people that he's trapped in with. So other people whose money, finances are tied in with his within the family. And it's to Johnny's point, it's a teaching moment for him. It'll, this is like the image and teaching. It's gonna be a fun evening Tuesday night, watching all these news people trying to figure it out fast.
Aren't they also going to be voting the committee to do the referrals to the DOJ for him this week coming up?
Oh, it's got to be this week.
Yes, that's tomorrow. DOJ. So let's go there.
All over Donald Trump. Like,
tell me where to point the fan.
I know. Turn it on high, Ona. Turn it on high.
I've got a lot of questions here. So January 6th committee, they're doing their voting tomorrow on whether they will be referring members of Congress as well as Trump or anyone in his administration, as well as any other non-political people like a Roger Stone or a Steve Bannon or whatever.
Bye, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Monistat. Bye-bye.
What's really interesting to me is even though we have seditious conspiracy convictions, like for Elmer Stewie, One-Eyed Stewie Rhodes, no one has been charged with insurrection. So I want to know, will they refer Trump for insurrection? It's one of the three main things they're looking at.
That word.
That for specifically for insurrection.
I like that. I like that question.
Will they refer Trump for insurrection? That word needs to be used.
You know, the picture I get in my head is Nancy sitting in a lounge chair with a glass of nice Chardonnay that she got in her backyard there, and just loving every moment of what's
I
happening.
should go take my butt down to Trader Joe's tomorrow and get a couple of bottles of champagne, because Monday we got news, Tuesday we got news, Wednesday we got news, and then it's Merry freaking Christmas, people. So,
Yeah, you better go now because they're running out of champagne.
I know. Good for me. There's a Bevmo right next to it, but it'll be a fun 2 days.
I'm gonna make it in my bathtub. Nothing tastes better than moonshine, I tell you what. Wheel of Fortune and the Devil in the Two of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, and the Seven of Wands. A scheme to manipulate and change. That's what I get. Not necessarily violence. Uprising. But the Ace of Swords, the King of Vessels, and the Queen, again, I guess I see boobs, but it's not boobs, it's books. The Queen of Books. I think it's more of something to do with trying to change. There's your conflict and victory. So they're going to get something. Thank you, April. But I think it's more to do with manipulation and schemes than it is violence. That's what I get.
What are you getting, Miss Ona?
I got this card.
What card? Oh, it's the guy with the bird or the fish on it.
The bird mascot.
Yeah, it's a cutout of a bird, like the skeleton of a stingray.
Oh, yeah.
He gets stung.
He gets stung.
He gets stung, you guys. He gets stung. And then, he's going to try and deter you. Just everything is skating on ice like that, and just a sinking ship. That's pages.
Titanic going down.
Wait, that's his boat parade. That's what.
You're kidding.
Oh, this deck was made for him, and they didn't even know it. That's.
Oh my God! I hope Hieronymus Bosch isn't churning in his urn or anything right now. But we love you. What a great deck, and what the person who created it just pulled that painting apart and made it right. Really knew Tarot well, I think.
What'd you get, Becca?
Lilies, Bouquet, and Anchor. Yeah, they have achieved something very satisfactory that meets all the points. Whether DOJ agrees, I don't know. But it shows here that they have satisfactorily achieved the points. They've reached the goal. So yeah. I
get America Nostalgia. Yes, on that they will get those charges. The greedy, corrupt Trump, sneaky. That's a big yes card. Yes. There may be things on trying to manipulate votes and stuff too. But I get a big yes. He's going to lose big time tomorrow. Big time. Lose face.
And it's only the beginning, because it's going to be a crapshoot from here on out.
Oh, I'll point the fan.
So we're going to go back to January 6th, but I have to ask this because of what we're all getting about tomorrow. Trump endorsed McCarthy to be Speaker of the House and told everybody that's opposing him to quit doing that. Is that going to hurt or help McCarthy? Because
Trump's blessing.
To have Trump's blessing,
it's hurt every other one.
It's hurt everybody else that had Trump's blessing. With the exception of MTG. I think she's the only one that got through that had his blessing.
Is the Tower of Blessing card? I don't know how to read these things.
It goes south real quick.
So we start with the death and ambition at any cost as well. At any cost, no matter whose lap you have to lean over, at any cost. And then Blooder's card. So that would be their agreement between each other. King of Swords, Donald Trump himself, or the Kiss of Death himself. Then there's Isolation in the Tower as well. This is not a blessing. It's not going to necessarily be the worst thing in the world, but it's also not a good thing either. I don't think that the people who are against McCarthy right now are suddenly going to change face because Trump said so. They're trying to phase you out too, buddy, in case you didn't notice. So
Yeah.
what you say didn't mean nothing. Now, what it would do, which is why the Isolation of the Tower come up, is it now lets those who didn't know, I'm pretty sure they knew, those who didn't know who Trump's friend is. And if I'm trying to phase him out, let me go extra hard to try to phase you out too. So that in that part, it would hurt with the Isolation and the Tower. But if you weren't going to vote for him before, you're not going to do it tomorrow either. So.
No. No.
I love how Trump used the word, like, actually stand down on McCarthy, like he did with the Proud Peanut Butter Boys. Stand down, stand back, and stand down. What'd you get, Ona? Help her hurt.
God. So I used the Leonardo da Vinci deck, okay, and we got the blessing. There's Pope Cat on Mona Lisa. It just messes with them in a bad way. Like, here's the Hanged Man, and it's not in the reversal position; it's in the upright position. Literally a hanged man. Like, you just crapped yourself. And then the Knight of Swords. Right? Knight of Swords, like, that's that swift action and nothingness. We have it's almost like the Judgment card, but it's the Fool card. And this is one taking off. But to me, immediately I thought, there's just desolation. There's nothing, you're bodiless. There's just air. So
The void.
yeah, it's a big damn void. No, I think it hurts him in the long run.
What you getting, Becca?
Book child storks. There's knowledge or a little bit of a secret that there might be a small improvement, but storks is also a move. So it might also move people away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's also something here with the book that's also classified. So if you want to bring up the stuff that classified stuff that was moved, there might be a small group of people that are like, that may move away further from McCarthy because of trying to cover up the whole
thing.
Small improvement, but also other people that move further away from McCarthy. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I get the loser in America and all his stealing, smug little things. It causes a big problem for McCarthy. His image from who he works with, it's going to be tarnished. So I'm not sure. Stabbed in the back. I'm not sure he's going to get it. So that being said, the January 6th committee has always looked at a few people in particular that are sitting members of Congress. Kevin McCarthy, Jim Jordan, Mo Brooks, Andy Biggs, and Scott Perry are the main ones that keep getting brought up in text messages with Mark Meadows and everybody else. Will the January 6th committee refer any sitting member of Congress for indictment?
Okay. Nice blanket question. Okay.
Any sitting, so even whether it's a Josh Hawley or MTG or anybody, but if McCarthy's on that list of being looked at.
This is
Those people are the ones that were subpoenaed that would not honor the subpoenas. That's why they're quite intense on them.
Yes. We get the Hierophant and the Lovers, so there's someone in the government here. And then the Five of Swords, there's your defeat. And the Seven of Pentacles, there's your assessment, or there's some built up information here too, or evidence thereof has been presented. Now, I got a woman here. That doesn't necessarily mean that she's the one alone, but I get a woman. Unless the woman's going to be the one who's doing the referring, and then it's a man, but I get a woman. The woman is involved some way, somehow. And she's around the defeat, so maybe it's her.
Or it could maybe also be Liz too, because she was defeated and she's on her way out too. Because I get a woman too in the pip with the, I guess, the Crossroads, the Garden, the Sun. The Crossroads is Queen of Simon. Could be a woman, but in this instance, I'm going to read it as there's going to be multiples in the party that are going to get a lot of heat. A lot of heat. You wanted the spotlight? Here you go. Here you go.
Yeah, it's going to be very selective.
What you get, Nona?
It's going to be very selective, but there's definitely somebody. I got the King of Birds there. Okay.
What's hitting his head? Is that like a wrecking ball on his head?
Yes.
So the Miley Cyrus.
Upside down cauldron. The witches got you, man. The witches, it's an upside down cauldron. And somebody, yeah, like eating your words, right? Talk too much. Definitely that one. This stupid asshole over here. He's gonna get
Dead in a barrel.
Jim Jordan.
They are not all. Some will get away. I get a magician, right? I get the Page of Birds that's like floating away. So some will have just enough angle to either get buried in the background or be able to get out of whatever trouble. But yes, we're going to hear those names come up.
Yeah, I get at least three. I mean, that work together. I'm getting all my 3 cards here, so I feel like there's at least 3 victory on that that America will see. They get burdened. They're trapped in the middle of it. Backstabbing, and there's my yes card. Like they have material evidence on 3. That we're trying to change and manipulate everything, and treachery, insurrection kind of energy. So yeah, and I get Justice Department's going to go after them too. So will any non-political, like non-Congress people also being referred for indictment? So your Steve Bannons, your Roger Stones, your Rudy Giuliani's, even
The bottom of the food chain.
Yeah.
Okay.
These people that were your Alex Jones, the people that were broadcasting stuff for him, and the mouthpieces. Jenny Thomas's.
I get yes with Judgment, the Page of Cups, the Queen of Swords, 2 of Pentacles, the Magician, and the Moon. It may be a lot, or it could be one person that's just really hard to nail down, but yeah.
What'd you get, Miss Ona?
Yeah, definitely. definitely there's going to be, it looks like a woman. Again, they do things they shouldn't be doing, right? It might be, I don't want to say MTG, whoever sours the milk of human kindness, in my opinion, right? They're all cups. 2 of cups, ace of cups, ace of swords. Oh, that hurt. Oh, yep, right there. That hurts. So yes, we're getting that. 8 of wands is the last card, so it's just going to be rolling over indictments kind of thing. I'm cool with that.
What you getting, Becca?
Scythe, Crossroads, and Ship. And those are all action cards. It's moving very swiftly, and it may have something to do with people that made decisions around travel, transportation, something like that. But it's people that were involved in the decision making that was very dangerous. Also with the election itself, that was very dangerous. So I don't know if that would be fake electors or whatever, but it's 3 action cards that, so it says it goes fast. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
like they do a whole group of it. I heard lawyer up. There's a whole bunch of them that they've investigated, and secret planning, secret treacherous things, trying to show strength and hang on to the power from the Republican Party. They're all about to be given to DOJ, and we'll see it. America will see it. So,
Interesting.
Is the special counsel Jack Smith? He's already set up like another grand jury, and he's got teams of people working on stuff. Is he going to be able to get all the connections for January 6th, like all between the non-politicians, the lawyers, the administration, the Congress people? Is he going to be able to connect all the dots in a way that we will be satisfied as far as getting indictments going for these people? It's such a tangled web. Will he be able to lay it out for us in a way that we can see all the connections? Tangible proof or something?
I will be too drunk on chocolate to notice. I wonder if you can.
I tell you, some of them, like Mark Meadows, they're probably like Trump now, wearing diapers.
I get yes. He'd be further along if the Jan 6 committee had shared information with the DOJ in the first place, but they didn't want their information leaked possibly either. So you have the lovers here in the middle, but you have the Wheel of Fortune and the 3 of Pentacles. So this is more of a time issue than it is anything else, but he's going to have all the information he needs. Ace of Wands and the Justice. So new actions will be taken legally after he receives an update on information. Also get the information card with the Queen of Skates and someone delivering a report or the mail there. And then you get the Page of Books, which is reading and learning. So yes, he will get new information and he will be able to proceed a lot better than he was before.
What you get, Nona?
Yeah, at least 10. I'd say we've got the 10 of water. So 10 of cups, or that could be that, the party, or 10 at least components, and they can narrow it down to 4. I think they're going to be able to make it a cohesive document, if that makes sense. 9 of earth. This is going to cause some fire, right? It's going to cause some burn anxiety. And the temperance, the blue and red, I think they want to articulate it so it doesn't cause some kind of chaotic frenzy, because it will.
Yeah. What you getting, Becca?
Clover, Whip, Bear. Opportunity to abuse power, hoping to abuse power, or risky abuse of power. anybody involved in abusing power, whether you threaten people or try to domineer them in any way, those that went willingly to do the boss's wishes to appease the boss, yes, every single one of them. I get a yes.
Yeah. I get it maybe a little bit slow and steady, but I get like, here's the details of all the work, and here's the news of each detail is how I heard it. Every little detail, he's got the tools to do this. With all the corruption, all the sneaky people, he will be victorious. I get all the or several of the aces too. Like, he's going to have tangible things. He's going to have things that make people a little bit emotional. But I get even treason, another ace. That he's standing on higher ground with that too. So I think he'll bring treason charges. Just an abundance of unhappy people, just coming through. Just an abundance of unhappy people.
And if I could just make one wish for
Time's up.
Yeah. One wish for Christmas, get Lindsey Graham in there too. Don't let that little sneezely closet bastard get away.
Well, it was kind of interesting because, like, I was reading about Fannie Willis's thing down in Georgia. The grand jury that she has will not indict. They will put together a report. She will take that, form another grand jury, and then decide who is indicted. If she from the report gets that there's enough information to convene another grand jury. So it kind of slows it down a step. I was not aware of that. I thought the grand jury she had would do indictments. She's trying to get a report out in December, which means she would probably reconvene another grand jury in January, but it's a little slower than I thought it would be.
Because he tried to weasel out of that hard. Like, he took it to court to try to not have to. Like, you went down there and kissed the ring and bent the knee and then got on the phone.
And to me, that's going to catch like a Lindsey Graham, those kind of people up. So is she gonna have more than one indictment? Fannie Willis down in Georgia, our little attorney general.
Leslie, Satan's poodle. No, he is not my poodle. Okay. No, he's like a cockroach.
That's a powerful card.
Ooh, she's secured a lot of evidence.
Okay. Eight of Swords and Six of Swords and the Star. Then the Queen of Cups, that would be her for me. And then the Wheel of Fortune. She gets something, but it takes longer because she's powerless to move something else. But she is still going forward because I think this at this point is not personal, but it's like you keep trying to slip for me and now you're getting on my nerves type thing. So it's like now I have to make sure that I do everything in my power to keep chasing you because there's something here. So she has evidence in the Star, so she eventually gets in the Star and the Wheel of Fortune are both futuristic. So this is something she is going to have to work on. And then, oh Lord Jesus. This is a Lindsey Graham reading. This ain't Lindsey Graham reading. This is more of a Fannie Wilson reading, right? But I get the Justice card anyway. I'm making no jokes. We're moving on. And
brilliant.
He comes back again. I'm not doing it this time.
Is that the table?
That is the table, guy.
Yep.
See last week's video on Tarot's Apprentice channel for table demonstrations.
That's the Donald Trump card for us now. The Donald Trump card. Lindsay,
That's it.
the flower pusher is the perfect card for Lindsey Graham. It really is, because the guy on his
You
knee
know-
is just like Lindsey Graham.
She is definitely
So
bringing
hard.
indictments. I get like securing an abundance of them. So I think she's got the supporting documents, the supporting information, all the details to indict a whole bunch of them. She will go after them.
Yeah. Did you get 8? Johnny got an 8. I got an 8. Anybody else get an 8?
I'm getting 8s, 9s, and 10s. 8 of Pentacles on the details, 9 on securing it, and 10s with the family. And yeah, Pentacles for me are votes, so it's interesting that I got the 8, 9, and 10 on votes. Tampering with the voting.
Yeah.
No, I did not go get the table.
When the camera went blank, I was like, and then you came back on. I was a bit disappointed that you didn't end up with a
Okay,
table.
fine. I went to get the table. I just didn't.
Where's your knife?
I found the proper knife this time. It's my brother.
Johnny, that's called a tableau vivant. And that is like just show the card and show you. People were doing it during COVID. Yes.
Thank you, Cold Toes. Yeah, they used to do that in Victorian days a lot. They would pose like a piece of artwork.
Have to drink at the same time next time.
Mm-mm.
So what y'all getting? Are you getting still indict a bunch?
I have, look at her like man of steel there. Yeah, looking over more of like contemplative, maybe waiting, right, for an agreement to hang the bastard. Bastard hanged,
No arms.
hanged man. No, that's actually the 8 of air. 8 of swords.
So that's the first card I got.
Well,
I get the lilies, the bear, and the mice. Yes, but it's like her power gets taken away somehow. Can somebody explain to me how, if she indicts them, if one grand jury gets the report, it goes to the other grand jury. It almost reads like there's a judge that takes away her power. Or
The first card I got was Eight of Swords, something she can't do.
Mhm.
either that, or if DOJ comes in with same charges, which are federal, it might supersede it. Like if they get him on, electoral college.
The lilies with the pip, it's the king of spades. So I mean, it could be a man, or because it's the card of maturity and satisfaction. It could with someone that has power that takes away. So I was like, I'm wondering if there's a judge that will ultimately oversee everything that takes away some of the stuff she's done. You know what I mean? But it's almost like it's a higher authority of some sort that takes away from her. So I
I
don't.
wonder if he gets sick. This is all air stuff, and then spades and in the head sort of thing. So maybe it'll be she can't because he has reported
Fifthless.
breakdown or stroke or something. I don't know.
Well, last question for tonight. In the Grinch book, Grinch's heart grows, 5 times, they say. Will Donald Trump's heart ever grow in this lifetime? Ever? Just wee little bit? Will he ever think about anybody else but himself?
I'll let the Bosch answer this.
I do the
Oh, got some flippers. We'll keep that, I probably. Okay. And they both say sin, so I'm going to go with no.
Yeah.
Let me get
This
one-
lifetime is over, buddy. You're too old to clean up all the bad karma now.
Oh, wait. One flipped up while you were saying that. And I'm going to take it too. There's the death card. Sins of lust. and sins of greed. I think that metaphysically speaking, now mind you, I'm not the judge of his heart. I can only judge his actions because he lives here on this planet with me. But what I can say is you have been given time and opportunity to change, to move things, to do things differently. With the way people gravitate to him, he could have been something special in this world. And he chose the lust and the greed instead. And so I think that as far as Spirit will never give up on him, that's for sure. But at the same time, they can't change you either. They can only give you opportunity to change yourself. And he chose this instead. Lust and greed. Next is court and death. So and tables and knives.
I get sneaky Pete, not in this lifetime. Maybe when he moves on the other side, he'll have more knowledge. And I have my guard card, partnering with him, but he fights it. He resists it. He creates too much chaos.
Mm-hmm.
Like he even tries to manipulate God and love. He doesn't know how. So he's in for a big crash. Even I get when he's on the other side.
Yeah.
That's his karma.
Yeah. Yeah.
What did you get, Miss Ona?
Stalemate, but they're two like fighting dragons, right? I'm so glad I pulled this deck. He may take flight in a physical way, a mental way, a spiritual way. I think he might actually take flight because this is a Uranus card in a very abrupt way. He's going somewhere else. He's out of town. Broken agreement. The last card in the deck is the Lover's card upside down.
What'd you get, Becca?
Writer Crossroads letter. He's had several visitors, I'll just say it that way, that have come by and slapped him in the face, like,
Wake up.
but he's an asshole, so no.
I'll be nice, though. I'll give him a gift. We'll find a way to send it to him. There you go. You can have it.
With the card or a picture, a copy of the
Visitor's
card.
Wrath. That is such a great description for him, too.
You can have it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My card for Trump in that deck is the Christ child with the walker and the little tiny nugget wiener. I can't not see Trump in that picture ever. Like, that's it for the deck.
Well, next week on Christmas night, we will be on House of Lenormand channel, same time. We hope you all have a wonderful holiday season. Happy Hanukkah again to our Jewish friends, and Merry Christmas to everybody. I don't know. Next week I might try to pop on live a little bit because I'm taking the week off. So we'll see how that goes. Ona, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank
and
you.
Johnny and Ona for the pairing up of that deck. We just had to see the two of you together doing that.
That was
Anybody
awesome.
else got anything else they want to say?
Be kind to yourselves first. While you're going out buying everything and giving all the thanks and the greetings to everyone, turn some of that inward.
Mhm.
Don't
Oh,
forget,
yeah.
you matter too.
Yeah, totally take care of yourself this week. It's a big week. Lots of changes. You're going to feel weird energy. It's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. There's going to be a new moon. So a lot of things to project. Look forward to.
Absolutely.
And sometimes the biggest gift of all is just having a little peace inside. So peace on earth. Thank you all. We'll see you next week.